Hi, this is Luke from Spitfire's Customer Experience team. In this video we're going to have a brief look into the user interface for our new library, Studio Strings Professional. To begin, I'm going to start by loading a violins patch. Once loaded, you'll be presented with the simple view. The first controller we can see is the Easy Mix. By dragging this fader, we can blend between a distant mix and a close mix. To the right of the Easy Mix are the expression controls. The first available is Dynamics. This will crossfade between the different available dynamic layers and by default is mapped to CC1 or your mod wheel. The next controller is Vibrato. This fader will act as a switch between full vibrato and no vibrato. This is mapped to CC21. Next to vibrato is Reverb. By decreasing this fader, you'll have the driest signal available, and by increasing it, you'll have a wet signal. The final fader on this page is Expression. This is a volume controller that acts within the volume of the library itself, and is mapped to CC number 11. Towards the bottom of the interface is the articulation stanza. Here you can click between different articulations. You'll see the name of the articulation on the left-hand side here. To have a deeper look into the library, we can use the Expert view. To enter the Expert view, select the wrench on the left-hand side. Once in the Expert view, you'll notice that you have far more control over the microphone positions available. To load in a new microphone, simply click and drag the fader. To unload these from memory, you can either drag the fader to the bottom, or click the small button here. By clicking the microphone letters at the bottom, we can route the signals to different outputs. Above the microphone mixer, there are 4 more advanced controls. The first controller will allow you to change the velocity curves for the library. The next controller is stereo width and pan. This allows you to pan the microphone signals, as well as collapsing and increasing the stereo image. Following this is a toggle to mix by articulation. With this active, we can cycle between the different articulations and adjust the microphone mix accordingly. You'll notice that this is specific to that articulation. Next, the floppy disk will allow you to reset, copy, paste, load and save different microphone mixes. Beneath options, you'll see a choice of presets. These are designed as memory saving selections and will pre-select different microphone positions and articulations based on the preset. Below this, you'll see the Purge Unused button. Unchecking this will load every microphone position and articulation into memory. Whereas when selected, only the user-specified selections will be active. The Transpose button will change the range of the keyboard, and beneath this you'll see the option for CC mapped velocity. When this is selected, all short articulations will be mapped to the mod wheel rather than velocity. The Hall Trigger option will toggle whether room ambience is added when fading out dynamics quickly. Beneath round robins you'll have some unique options, such as doubling up round robins and borrowing from neighbouring samples. You can find some more information about these options in the user manual. Below this, we can choose the amount of round robins that are used, as well as resetting the round robins by using a key switch. What this means is that the round robins will trigger from the first available once reset. As well as this, we also have the option to reset on transport. What this means is that the round robins will reset every time you press play in your DAW. You'll also notice that the Expert view gives you access to a few more faders. Release will only apply to long articulations and will shorten and increase the release at the end of the notes. Tightness will only apply to the short articulations, and when decreased will cut into the notes. When you increase this value, the transients will be loosened. Back to the left-hand corner of the interface, you'll notice that we have a few more options. The first to take note of is the keyboard shimmier. This will move the key switches up and down the keyboard by clicking and dragging. The next controller is the MIDI CC control. By right-clicking this, we can change the default CC value for articulation switching. By default, this is set to CC32. The padlock will single out articulation switching options. For example, locking to UACC means that only UACC triggered values will switch articulations. You can find more information about this in the user manual. Lastly, let's have a look into the ostinatum. You'll notice that this is currently blanked out because we are on a long articulation. You'll need to be on a short articulation for this to activate. Once active, click the button here. The ostinatum is a great way to trigger unique rhythms. You can do this by adding note values. We do have a separate How It Works video for the ostinatum, and I highly recommend checking that out. Thanks for watching. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at spitfireaudio.com/support. Thank you.